Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a message for all of my Sagittariuses. Welcome to the Zodiac read for the month of February. For those of you that are new, welcome to Eileen into Spirit. My name is Eileen. I'm a spiritual advisor, intuitive coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every week right here on this channel. Thank you all so much for being here. We truly do appreciate every single one of you. So all we can do is ask that you please subscribe, give us a like. It truly does help our content. Comment down below if you desire and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I release new content. Let's get into today's Zodiac spread for Sagittarius. Welcome back, all my Sagittariuses. Now, please know this is a general reading. This will not resonate with every single Sagittarius out in the collective. I almost said Aquarius. I'm well aware. Know that it will not resonate with every single one of you out in the collective. So I ask that you just take with you what you want. Leave the rest behind. Also, know that this is for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off with an oracle card to see where you currently are, what advice the angels and the ascended masters have for you, and let's see how it progresses. So, angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what information do you have for all of my Sagittariuses out in the collective this month? What information do you have for all of my Sagittariuses out in the collective this month? What information do you have for all of my Sagittariuses out in the collective this month? Now, I do want to say that out of all of the fire signs, for some reason, was really struggling. It was almost like the cards just were not, let's see. What information do you have for my Sagittariuses out in the collective? What information do you have for my Sagittariuses out in the collective? What information do you have for my Sagittariuses out in the collective? What information do you have for my Sagittariuses out in the collective? All right. Thank you. What information do you have for my Sagittariuses out in the collective? Okay. All right, so okay. You got 4 cards, Sagittarius. So and you also got a card here. All right, so we're going to start off. The first card you got was higher power, okay? I'm a numbers person. I really like looking at numbers because it does deliver more information for me. So this higher power, Sagittarius, really speaks about you needing to tune into a higher power. Recognize that this higher power is going to deliver lots of guidance, lots of inspiration, and lots of information for you to help you on your journey, to help you in your life. The 4 really talks about stability and security. So my question to you is, and I feel the reason why this higher power is coming up is that you are not trusting in faith. You don't have much faith and you're not trusting in a higher power to provide for you your needs, to provide you with the stability that you are asking for. Because right after higher power, we got the fates, okay? And the fates really speaks about you trusting in that higher power, you recognizing that things synchronistically happen when they are meant to happen. And I really feel that the fates really speaks about you not really believing that you are of significance, like you feel almost as if you feel that you don't have much of a destiny, which you do. I find it very interesting though that the Fates card is a 17, which reduces to an 8, which really speaks about prosperity, abundance, and manifestation. So if you're truly struggling in trusting or having faith in a higher power to provide for you a solid foundation, then you not really, you sort of having that questionability really brings into play your inability to believe that you have this great abundance, or that you have this great prosperity, or that you can manifest the things that you are desiring. I also have here, clean it up. Okay. And clean it up really speaks about, you know, cleaning up the things in your life, in your area. I want to point out that it's a 21, which reduces to a 3, which is, you know, mind, body, spirit. So maybe it's about you really cleaning up the clutter that is around your life, whether it's in your workplace, whether it's in your home, whether it's in your relationships. You know, are there certain things in your life that you're sort of holding on to that you need to let go of? Because it no longer serves you, right? It's no longer bringing you joy. It's no longer bringing you passion. And Spirit is really asking you that now is the perfect time for you to clean that stuff up. It's time for you to clean it up, because the next card we have is time to go, which means that you need to let it go. You need to let go of the things that no longer serve you, because you are now on a path to a new journey. You're now moving in a new direction. And, you know, Spirit is really going to present you a new opportunity for growth and expansion, but you have to, number one, trust that they're going to lead you in the right direction. Trust that the foundation is going to be there for you. Trust that you're going to be abundant and prosperous. Trust that you'll be able to manifest the things that you're desiring. And you've got to make space for those. I also want to point out that this time to go is a 45, which reduces to a 9, which is about completion and endings. So let's dig into the tarot and see what the tarot has to add. Angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what additional information can you provide my Sagittarius for this month? What additional information can you provide my Sagittarius for this month? What additional information can you provide Sagittarius for this month? I really love how these cards for you. Now, I believe another fire sign, it might have been Leo, that also got the Fates card, but their message was a little bit different than yours. All right, so I like to get all of my cards out before I actually start going through the message, because the message that always, wait a second. Okay. Because the message that always comes through, I'm an intuitive reader, so I basically don't really, I read whatever comes to me. What additional information do you have for the Sagittarius this month? What additional information do you have for Sagittarius this month? Ooh. Okay. What additional information do you have for Sagittarius this month? Whoa. What additional information do you have for Sagittarius this month? What additional information do you have for Sagittarius this month? Thank you. One more, please. What additional information do you have for Sagittarius this month? Additional information do you have for Sagittarius this month? Do we want this one? Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Okay, I am a numbers person, so I am going to look at the numbers, because numbers play a very significant role in the actual message. So you do have 2 9s, which is about 3 9s if you count the time to go. So that really is about a completion. It is about an ending. So this is really about a directional change. You also have 2 1s, which is about new beginnings. And you also have 2 7s, which is really about contemplation and moving in the right direction for your right path. All right, so the cards that I have in front of me are really going to tell me a story, Sagittarius. So we're going to start at the beginning, which is going to tell me where you currently are. So where you currently are right now is in the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles really speaks about independence. But what I'm getting here is that even though you do feel that you are independent and you do feel that you are abundant to a certain perspective, you're still not, you're happy with where you are, but you're wanting something different. It's almost like this, you're wanting more. That's kind of what I'm hearing. Because with the higher power, what I kept hearing was you need to be able to trust in a higher power to provide you with what you're desiring, right? Which also resonates with the Fates card, right? Because if you're not truly seeing yourself as someone significant, or you're not seeing yourself as, you know, fulfilling your destiny, then you're looking at what you have here in this Nine of Pentacles. And while you might enjoy what you have and you might be happy with what you have, you sort of feel like, is there more? Like, could I have more, right? I also want to point out that what I'm picking up with the Nine of Pentacles is that you're sort of expecting to see this grand success. You're wanting it to be something extravagant. And what I'm really hearing here, Sagittarius, is that you need to recognize your small wins. It does not matter how big or how small those accomplishments are. They're accomplishments nonetheless. You need to honor every single accomplishment, because once you can do that, once you can actually visualize every single accomplishment that you've achieved in your life, you'll be able to see how far you've grown. Okay. All right. So next we have death and rebirth in reverse. Okay. Now, a lot of times when people get this card, they start to freak out, okay? But what I'm really getting from this is that you're really, the spirit and the universe is really pulling you in a different direction. They're really wanting you to sort of go deep within you, like a deep change is coming, right? Death and rebirth is really about the older version of who you are, like letting go of that ego part of yourself in order for you to bring in a more loving, a more compassionate, a more understanding, that part of you that is deeply connected to the spiritual, to, you know, the higher power. And I sort of feel like you're resisting this death and this rebirth. Much like with the clean it up and the time to go, like you're resisting letting go of the things that no longer serve you. You're resisting this change. But here's the thing, you have the Tower, okay? So a tower really represents change. So no matter how much you resist you resist changing, the spirit is going to give you divine change. They're going to intervene and give you this divine change, because what's going to happen is a tower truly represents divine change, like divine intervention. So I feel that with the Fates, because you have a certain specific journey in your spiritual awakening and on your spiritual path, you know, spirit is going to intervene with this Tower moment, and it's going to shake you. It's going to shake you to the core, but you're going to recognize that it's not as bad as it seems, right? You'll recognize that certain things will have fallen away, but even though they have fallen away, your foundation is still solid. It's still there, and you will be able to rebuild. Because I sort of feel that what you want is happiness. You want utter happiness and bliss. You want to be able to sort of experience this ultimate, you know, harmonious bliss in both, you know, family, relationships, in your work, and in your environment, in what you do, and who you are. And I sort of feel that, you know, because you're wanting that, Spirit is going to give you that. They're going to give you that. But you have to recognize that in order for you to go through, in order for you to get to that happy place, to that harmonious bliss, you have to let go. You have to really take inventory of your surroundings, especially the people around you. You got to really let go of the things that no longer serve you, because you're going to be transitioning to a newer space where people won't, the older version of who you are isn't going to resonate with the person that you are becoming. Okay. We now move into the heart of the reading. And at the heart of the reading, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning, along with the King of Cups, okay? What I love about this combination is that you are going to transition into the King of Cups, okay? Which means that you're going to be very in tune with your own intuition, your own guidance. You're going to be in tune with that higher power. You're going to recognize that you do have a destiny, you do have a purpose, and you want to fulfill that. But you're also going to recognize that everything that is outside of you isn't going to affect you, because you know that you're led by divine love, by divine guidance, right? And when this death and rebirth happens, and when this divine change happens with the Tower, they're going to present you with a new opportunity, okay? What I love about the Ace of Pentacles is that it is a new beginning. It's an offering that is being presented to you from Spirit that is going to be rooted in the physical. So that could be something like a new job, new income, resources are going to be provided for you if you're going to start a new business, that sort of thing. We then move into the Seven of Wands, okay? And the Seven of Wands really speaks about you needing to learn to stand your ground, okay? When you go through this transition, because I really feel this is about you going through this major transition, and I sort of am picking up that it's like the dark night of the soul experience for a lot of you Sagittariuses out there. The Seven of Wands really speaks about you standing your ground and protecting yourself, protecting that which is yours, right? Because notice how this woman is in this bubble and she is truly centered. She is centered into that higher aspect of who she is. And she is protecting herself in that bubble from all of these other people that are around her, right? These wands, right? So it's going to be really important that know that when you go on this journey, when you go on this new adventure and you're discovering who you really are and you're becoming a newer version of yourself, a lot of people aren't going to resonate with you, and they're going to attack you, and they're going to make you feel like you're crazy and that you've lost that you've lost it. But you need to protect your light. You need to protect your energy, okay? Also know that as you go in this journey, you're going to transition into the Hangman, okay? The Hangman is really about looking at things from a very different perspective. What I love about the Hangman is that the Hangman puts himself in the Hangman position. But because the Hangman wants a very different perspective, wants to view things from a very different view, being very objective, recognizing that, yes, everyone might not agree with you. And yes, everyone is going to have their own beliefs and their own way of thinking, but you are going to, in essence, recognize that you need to surrender. And in order for you to surrender, it will allow you to be open to infinite possibilities, okay? Which then moves you into the Page of Cups, okay? Now notice how your overall energy was the King of Cups, okay? This means this is where you are headed. You are headed towards the King of Cups. And we have the Page of Cups here, right? So when you actually put yourself and allow yourself to view things from a different perspective, and you allow yourself to be objective, the Page of Cups brings in this sense of energy of, being able to dream and being able to wish upon a star and being able to recognize that no matter how crazy it might seem, that you could have everything that you truly desire. A Page of Cups is really a dreamer. He's a dreamer that dreams, these wild dreams, but he allows himself to dream because he recognizes that if he could dream, that anything is possible. And we have to have that mentality. And then your outcome is the Hermit, okay? Which means that you're going to move into this. This is where you're going to really start to isolate yourself, and you're going to do some introspection. You're going to look deep within, and you're going to see how you want to transition your life and how you're going to, figure out what serves you, what does not serve you, what works for you, what does not work for you. You being able to take a step back by protecting yourself and your energy, and really being able to look at things from a very different perspective is really going to help you ascend to that higher power, to that higher being that you are, where you can learn to trust. You can learn that your foundation is secure and that it's solid and that all of your needs are provided for. And when you get to that space, you will then embody the King of Cups. So I want to see what additional information we have. So we're going to look at another oracle card and see what additional information Spirit has for you, because this is all the tarot that I have for you at this time. So angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what additional information do you have for my Sagittariuses out in the collective? What additional information do you have for the Sagittariuses out in the collective? What additional information do you have for the Sagittariuses out in the collective? If you are truly into angel numbers, I really highly advise you to look at, because as I mentioned, you have 2 1s, you have 2 9s, you've got 2 4s, you actually have 3 9s if we're going to be accurate here. I would really look that up. Like look up, 44 and look up 999. Look up what the meaning of that is. Okay. Any other additional information for our Sagittariuses out in the collective? Any additional information for our Sagittariuses out in the collective? Anything else, Spirit? Thank you. All right. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, our first card, we have expansion. So what this really signifies to me is that it's a new beginning, right? So we clearly have that with the death, the rebirth, and the tower, that your, Spirit is really pushing you in this new direction to grow and to expand, to become more one with who you really are at the core. We then have endurance, okay? What I love about this is that the dark night of the soul experience is really going to make you feel like you're really going through it, okay? But the thing with endurance is that you're going to persevere, okay? Notice how this tree is still growing while it's not even in dirt, but it's on a rock, right? You're going to have this ultimate strength that is going to have you really push through to the end to get you to where you are meant to be. And then we have companionship with animals. So maybe this is, some of you out in the collective have a real connection to animals. And that is how you actually feel, you feel that you are genuinely cared for and loved for with animals. So that is the message I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope that this resonated with you. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next month with your new message. Namaste, guys.